Hello and welcome to Unity of Las Vegas. My name is Jim Lee and I just want you to know you are here by divine appointment. My heart is so filled with gratitude that you are joining with us today. The title of my talk is Soul Labyrinth, the Journey Within Through Prayer. This is the third segment of a three-part segment. And in other words, we're wrapping up this talk, but it doesn't matter if you haven't seen the other two. They're self-contained. However, I do invite you to see the other ones so they can make a holistic flow for you. The subtitle of this one is The Circle of Love Through Prayer. What we're going to do today is we're going to take a mystical journey and tapping into what I would call the soul primal longing to return home. Well, before we get into all of that, I just want you to know the order of service for today. To begin with, we have a daily word by Randall Hample. We have a music, and that will be by Michelle Rowe. And I believe she's entitled something that she and John wrote is called Inner Voice. And I'll be doing the message, and then Lisa will be doing the meditation. So thank you all again for being here and enjoy today's service.
Hello everyone, good morning and happy Sunday. This is the Daily Word for Sunday, November 22nd, 2020. The title is Forgive. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. If I hold on to feelings of hurt, betrayal, or anger in response to another person's words or actions, I block the flow of divine love and peace in my life. Likewise, holding on to guilt, shame, or embarrassment that may arise when I have hurt another person also keeps me from experiencing divine love and peace. Forgiveness removes all barriers, all obstacles, anything that may be disrupting my experience of the divine presence. In order to forgive myself or another person, I need not justify or approve behavior that is unwelcome. I need only to become willing to forgive. In the peace of prayer, I release all unforgiveness. I feel the healing power of divine love as it dissolves all barriers, all illusion of separation. I forgive and I am healed. And forgive us our debts as we have forgiven our debtors. Matthew chapter 6, verse 12. Have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. We're so glad to be here with you today. We love you, we appreciate you, and we see the Christ in each of you. I want to take just a moment and express my gratitude for our producer, Jillian Austin, and her team that creates this Sunday Experience service for you guys. There's a lot of work that goes into making this program, and it's truly a joy to get to work with this talented and creative team. And this is the perfect opportunity to ask you to subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell. We don't want you to miss any of the valuable content that we want to share with you here at Unity of Las Vegas. And speaking of sharing, do you know somebody who would benefit from this Sunday service but hasn't seen it yet? Why not invite them to tune in? You could even start a watch party with your friends. Hit that share button below and let's spread the word. Right now, we all need as much unity as we can get. When I first came to Unity about 8 years ago, one of the first people I was introduced to is our singer-songwriter for today's service. She's been my accomplice and partner in crime here at Unity of Las Vegas ever since, and I consider her to be one of my best friends on the planet. This is Michelle Rowe, and her song is called Inner Voice. We hope you enjoy.
shutting down things that matter. Follow the voice, open your eyes. You are the way to the answer inside. When your heart says yes, your mind can't say no. Just tap into your inner soul. Listen to your inner voice, trying to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, longing to guide you home. Ain't gonna rain, it's gonna pour. Check out your soul before you walk out the door. Open your heart, it never lies. You are the way to the answer inside. When your heart says yes, your mind can't say no. Just tap into your inner soul. Listen to your inner voice, trying to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, longing to guide you home. Starts out as a whisper, so small that you might not hear. But before long, you're singing a song. The message is finally clear. Yeah. When your heart says yes, your mind can't say no. Just tap into your inner soul. Listen to your inner voice, trying to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, longing to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, trying to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, longing to guide you home. Oh, you gotta go home. Listen to your inner voice. Oh, yeah. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to your inner voice.
I want to start off today's talk with a story/fable. Some of you may have heard, and I've adapted it a little bit for today because it really brings up a point. And it starts off with, once upon a time on a large mountainside, there was an eagle nest that contained 4 large eagle eggs. And one day, this earthquake came along and it rocked the whole mountain and is causing one of the eggs to roll out of the nest onto the ground. And a farmer's son was hiking one day and he saw this egg and he says, oh my goodness, we need to protect this. And so he took it home to his chicken farm located in the valley below. And when he did, one of the hens volunteered to nurture and to take care of this large egg. Well, one day the egg hatched and a beautiful eagle was born. All the chickens gathered around and said, "What should we name him?" And he said, "Well, he looks kind of different. Let's call him Jim." So, from then on, that eagle became Chicken Jim. Well, the hen that was sitting on him for all of this time said, "I'll raise him." And she loved Chicken Jim and took good care of him and raised him to be a perfect chicken. Sure enough, he scratched in the dirt for the food like a chicken. He walked like a chicken, talked like a chicken, and because he was around all the other chickens, he did exactly what all of the other chickens did. He loved his home, loved his family, and there was something missing. It's something like in his soul was crying out for something more. It's like something was missing. He had this deep longing, and he couldn't explain it. He didn't know what it was. Well, one day while playing on the farm, he happened to look up in the sky above, and he noticed an eagle soaring gracefully, majestically in the air, in the sky. And he said, "Wow, I wish I could soar like that." And in his imagination, he could feel the wind beneath his wings, and he could feel that his body was extended out, and he felt free. And he says, "Oh, I want to do that." And he says, "Oh, I'm going to be that one day." And his other buddies who were the chickens said, "Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Stop that foolishness. You can't soar. You're a chicken." They turned to each other and said, "He believes that he can fly. Please, give me a break." He went dejected. Once again, I would say just succumbed to all of the thought, and he lost that inspiration. Well, one day, an eagle happened to land on one of the trees in the chicken coop, and he looked down. The eagle looked down and saw Chicken Jim. He says, "Hey, I say there, boy, who are you? What are you doing?" He says, "I'm Chicken Jim." And the eagle said, "No, you're not. That's not who you are. You're not created and born to be in this limited environment. You're not made to be in this chicken coop, but you are, in fact, an eagle, and you were designed to fly. It's in your blood, it's in your DNA, it's in your destiny." And he says, "Whoa, that sounds fantastic, but I don't know if I can do that. That's not how I see myself. That's not what I believe about myself." The eagle said, "Listen, I'm going to tell you a secret here. I just want you to breathe. Feel what's going on inside of you. Relax. And then just take a step forward and flap your wings and just see what happened." Well, he took a breath, he flapped his wings, and he stepped forward, and he barely got off the ground as he was flapping his wings, and he crashed into the side of the chicken coop. The other chicken friends of his just started laughing. "We told you, you are a chicken. You're one of us. You're wasting your time. Stop it." Well, he didn't. That failure did not deter or to stop him. There was something inside him that was calling forth, and he just kept on trying. He kept on getting to the point where he was flapping his wings, and there was something inside of him, and he felt it over and over again. Oh, I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. And he said that this is who I am, and this is what I was created for. And the more he did that, the more he did. And sure enough, he was able to fly. And he took off. And he looked down at the chicken coop as he was flying. And one of the chickens says, "Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane." And another one said, "No, it's a bald eagle." "No." The other said, "That's Chicken Jim that is turned into Jim the Eagle." I like that story. Well, in the process of looking at that story, a couple of things I want to point out to you. We live right now in a chicken coop. It's a world of an illusion of separation. We are in this wonderful place, but we don't know our real identity and who we are. The mystical prayer is a return of the journey to the essence of who we are, which is a union with the truth of who we are and a union with God Almighty. This is the mystical prayer. Now, this is a different kind of prayer that I'm talking about. So I want you to work with me now as I want to step into this prayer. It's called a mystical prayer. This is a circle of love prayer. Not a begging prayer, not a beseeching prayer. All those prayers are good. It's not a demanding prayer. This is different kind of prayer, and this kind of prayer, it calls out to the divine with a request, and this prayer opens our heart up, opens all of our body up in such a way that we then recognize that what we are praying for on the other side of the door is this essence called the divine that's doing the same thing for us, and that what we are seeking is actually seeking us. It is a mystical merging and melting, a prayer that transcends the mind, transcends duality, and it transcends, I would say, the ways that we normally pray. Now, I'm inviting you to breathe this in, and I really like Rumi's quote, and he says this: "I am he whom I love. He whom I love is me." Did you get it? What we're saying is, as we are praying for the divine is there praying for us, but also is already inside of us. And so we are praying for the relationship with the divine that really is in us already, asking us to be one with it. This mystical circle of love is very, I would say, challenging to the logical, rational mind. But when you take a look at it, there's only one presence. There's only one power. So how are we to be praying for something else other than us when that's all there is the divine? So now, in order to bring this home, I have an affirmation. I'm inviting you to take a look at this and breathe this in. And it's simply this: I am in God. God is in me, as me. Now, as we breathe this in, we can realize that beneath this, there is this, I call it the real secret, is the secret of oneness, the secret of wholeness. Now, in the midst of this, yes, we're still human, and yes, we still make our prayer requests known, and even though we know that we're one with the divine and all of that, we still going to have the issues that we're dealing with, but that is the beautiful thing. For everything that you are into, desiring, just know that that is desiring you as well. The wholeness now puts you into this wonderful place where what you want, you are the prayer that you're praying. Now that's a mystical point of view. We are up to something magnificent here because with this prayer, we're not trying to make something happen. We're not trying to order God around like a prayer, making a prayer list of things that we want from God, like God is a genie. And we're not bargaining and beseeching God. However, we go through our prayer in such a way that we are now open and receptive to recognize that the divine that we're praying to is already within us and hears our prayers. Now, this is the kicker. This is what stops some people. And I invite you to do this because part 2 of this prayer is simply this. You really want God's will to be done. So in the Lord's Prayer it says, thy will be done. And in our prayer, what we're seeking, yes, we want it and we're one with it. And then in the midst of that, we're saying, and we let your will be done. For this prayer of the heart is something special. Now, when do you do this? There's no set time to pray. There's no set ritual, even though you can do it, because this is an intimate, heartfelt prayer. I am in God. God is in me. As me. This is the mystery of oneness. Now, some of us have been in the chicken coop way too long. And let me tell you that something that you already know, you're really not a chicken. You're an eagle. So don't let the current environment rub off on you. Don't let what people say about you affect you. Don't even let the past and the things that you've done affect you, your mistakes and all of that. Put you in a chicken coop and limit you. That's not who you are. Feel in this moment that the blood flowing through your veins is designed with wonderful DNA that allow you to have full access to the full potential for the thing that you're praying for is actually in you already. Be willing to be the prayer that you say you want to have happen. Now, you may appear to be limited, but it's not the truth. So get up every morning and remind yourself who you are. Start by saying, I am in God. God is in me, as me. And I just want you to know that no matter what happens, always remember that you are one with everything that is God, and God is there with you every step of the way as it is you. This is our prayer. We're naming it and claiming it. I am in God. God is in me. as me, and as we do, we get in touch with the oneness that will set us free. And now Lisa has designed a special meditation that will take us into an experience of this activity.
Many of you may be familiar with Neil Donald Walsh's beautiful children's book, The Little Soul and the Sun. It's about a little soul up in heaven that came to God one day with the realization that he was the light. Well, that very same day, another soul came to God and said, "God, I know who I am." And God said, "That's wonderful. Who are you?" "I am oneness," said the little soul. God smiled a big smile and said, "That's right, you are oneness." The little soul was so happy to have figured this out. I am one with everything. I feel the stars in me. I feel the big universe in me. I feel the planets, and I feel you and all the other souls. I hear your laughter and I hear your thoughts inside of me. Many times I don't know where I begin and end because everywhere I look inside of me, I see everyone and everything. Then the little soul became very thoughtful. God, I don't want to just know that I am oneness. I want to feel oneness. I want to experience oneness, but I don't know how. Well, God said, I have already figured that out. There's a place called Earth where many souls just like you are also wanting to feel their oneness. They are playing a game called separation. Separation? Asked the little soul. What's that? Separation is where you pretend that you are here and everyone and everything is out there somewhere, all disconnected. In fact, many souls have played this game so well that they have forgotten that it's just a game, and they are sad and alone. The little soul was very excited and filled with deep compassion at the same time. Please let me go to this place called Earth. I so very much want to play this game of separation so I can experience my oneness. Then God became quite serious. If I send you there, you must promise me that no matter what happens, you won't forget you are one with everyone and everything, and that I am there with you every step of the way. The little soul promised. She played the game of separation on Earth and never forgot her oneness. In fact, she became an angel for many of the souls who were sad and alone, helping them to remember that separation, after all, is really just a game, and that in real life, we are all connected in love. This little children's story points to our current stage of human evolution, where we're coming to realize ourselves as individualized expressions of the divine. It can appear at times that being an individual and being one with the cosmos somehow are mutually exclusive. Prayer, however, is a powerful way to support us in navigating this relationship. It guides us through the illusion of separation to the realization that the lover and the beloved are indeed one. This is not, however, return to an unconscious oneness like we would have in the womb, but an evolution to a co-creative oneness with a yet-to-be-determined, miraculous unfolding. Prayer is often seen as the human in us crying out to the divine, but the poet Rumi gives us another viewpoint. He says, "It is he who suffers his absence in me, who through me cries out to himself. love's most strange, most holy mystery. We are intimate beyond belief. Indeed, it is God within us deeply longing to be in greater forms of expression in us and through us in the world that we experience so intensely in our hearts. We are divine holons, individualized yet not separate. Individualized yet containing within us the fullness of God in every cell of our being. Praying to the divine from and as the divine brings us the assurance of profound connectivity with that which we are seeking. This longing of the divine for itself cannot be denied. It is self-fulfilling. This evolution of oneness is ever affirming itself in and as us. So let's now take this into meditation. Find a comfortable place to sit and just begin taking some gentle breaths in and out and bringing your attention to this breath. Allowing it to harmonize, to regulate, to bring your entire being into alignment. Your physical body with your subtle body of emotions and thoughts, and your expanded self. Begin to breathe with each of these parts of your being until you can feel that your entire being is a respiratory organ itself. And begin to notice the sharing of the air inside and outside of your body, taking in the air from the universe and breathing air from your body back into the universe. The boundaries between who you are and all that can be considered outside now become soft when there is no clear inside or outside. Just allow yourself to breathe gently through these boundaries inside and outside. Sense yourself breathing as a part of the continuum of the earth, the solar system, and the universe. And sense now that the boundaries that are governing time and space also are now becoming soft. And you are breathing as yourself prior to incarnation. You are breathing as your formless self. Breathing as your free and expanded self. You are a being of pure divine light. Sense into this brightness, this warmth, and the interpenetrative qualities woven into the fabric of your being, making you this pure divine light. You are pure oneness, awake to the smallest quirks in the farthest end of the universe. You breathe life into the universe, and it breathes life into you. Feel the rhythm of this deep connection. In this great light that you are, you begin to get a sense of something calling you forward, of love alluring you into incarnation. Sense the yes present in this calling. The message from the universe vibrates in your being, saying, no matter what happens, always remember you are one with everyone and everything, and that I am there with you every step of the way. This blessing travels with you through an ever-narrowing tunnel into the world of form, the world of opposites, good, bad, up, down, together, separate. Sense now into the aliveness and the vividness in this charge between opposites, causing a quickening of this blessing. No matter what happens, always remember you are one with everyone and everything, and I am there with you every step of the way. Sense now into the timelessness of this blessing, strengthening your heart, nourishing your soul, interpenetrating each earthly event, every situation, every relationship, throughout the entirety of your time on the planet. Breathe into the fullness of this love, the fullness of this support, the fullness of this blessing that is ever available to you. For this is the way it really is.
Yes, thank you, Lisa. Great meditation. And thank each and every one of you for joining us today. And stay with us and join us for our fellowship after church. You can check that out on the website, how to access it. It's so glad to have you with us at a particular time so that we can fellowship together. That's what it's designed for. And we are here for you in all kinds of ways. Please just let us know how we may be of service. And just want you to know that if this works for you, please share the information with people so that they can access us, and also send in your prayers and your wonderful thoughts. And also you can contribute or donate to this ministry in a couple of ways. You can go to our website and then make an offering that way, or via text on your phone. I love modern technology. And so we're going to close out this wonderful service with the prayer for protection. I invite you to open your mind, open your heart, and just affirm this and believe this, because it is the truth. Together, the light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us, and we are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. God bless you, and remember this. This is a fantastic time to be alive.
When your heart says yes, your mind can't say no. Just tap into your inner soul. Listen to your inner voice, trying to guide you. Listen to your inner voice, longing to guide you.